Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here, Gurjinder. Today we'll be speaking
Okay.
on Walmart, and it's in hype currently because a lot of people have lots of opinions on it for some reason. And yeah, let's see.
Yeah, the biggest debate is whether or not you call it a rebrand or is it a refresh. And people are not understanding the difference between the two, which I think Walmart is going to be a great example of. So, yes, let's get into it.
Exactly.
Exactly. We'll try and figure things out. You can hear my audio. I can hear you.
I can? Yes.
Let's see if people are joining in. I don't think so, but let's see.
Eventually they will. Eventually they'll start joining in. Eventually we'll see more of these people.
Realized that my mic input itself wasn't there. Just doing that now, which
Okay.
is bad. Mic input should be there. Yes. We can get started in around 1 minute.
Okay.
What's your first
Sounds
opinions
good.
without even looking at it?
Yeah, well, I have looked at it.
That's true.
Uh,
Mhm.
I like the direction. I like the fact that it's an evolution of where they came from, right? The sun, for example, that is more pronounced now, and it's a little bit bolder, and it's easier to see from far away. The colors that they're using are feeling a little more digital first, so that's an advantage for
Mhm.
them.
Mhm.
That when you pull up their app, when you pull up their website, anything like that, even going into the stores and looking at digital LED screens, the color is going to pop.
Mhm.
So that's where everyone's headed. So it's the most likely thing that they could have done. And
Although there isn't much information about how much it took, what's the rebrand cost? Somewhere I heard the number of around 1.2 million, 1.5 million, and that makes sense. Hmm. I mean, if we both saw it, either we're both on the internet or there's some truth to it. I think we're both on the internet.
yeah, we are.
Let's get started
I
then.
mean, it makes sense. It makes
Hmm.
sense that Walmart would
True.
have paid that much. And we'll talk about why it doesn't have to be that you pay that much and you have to see some kind of big change.
Hmm.
Why it also costs that much is because there's a million touch points to take a look at and make sure
Absolutely.
that they're done well.
Hmm.
It's not just the simple logo change.
Exactly. And that's where we start. We already see the glowing, like a sun symbol. Is that the sun symbol? That's what it called.
Yeah, I think it is. It's Walmart's Sun, um,
Looks good.
and that
Looks
really
new.
is the the
Hmm.
representation. It's
Hmm.
fatter. The lines have come.
Hmm. Let's do that. Isn't it more like a um before and after? Isn't it more like a flower? I thought it's a flower, but yeah, can be a sun as well. Yeah, I mean it can be anything honestly. It can be anything honestly. It can even mean nothing. But yeah, there is a
Yeah,
difference. You're right.
it's just an
Yeah,
asterisk maybe.
you're right. There is a complete difference as we can see. There's a difference in the text as well. Much more compact, more filled up here, and of course that makes sense. We're going for the digital space, so more tighter spaces, easier legibility, and I really like this blue, like the yellow glow on the blue. Looks very good. There's someone on LinkedIn talking about it's only expensive if it doesn't work. True, because I think this works. Mhm. Yeah, things are changing. Someone has a video called "How Would I Fix the Walmart Rebranding?" Can we check it without getting a copyright? Oh shit! We right.
Play the sound.
We're about to have copyright already from Adobe or something. All right. So. All caps is definitely frowned upon. I think it did something. Let's see his output, the final output. Where is it? Okay. I guess he was going for something more sharper. Where is his output? I think he's just giving his thoughts, I guess. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. That's what he was going for then. Mm-hmm.
But why this?
Right. Mm-hmm. For always, in all ways. Nice. So, humble beginnings as a storefront to Fortune 1 company. Fortune 1. The fuck does that mean? Is it the biggest? It's not, right? Fortune 1. Interesting.
I've not seen. They're not Fortune 1.
May refer to the Fortune 500 lists. How does Fortune 1 represent Fortune 500? How does 1 represent 500? JKR, come on. Anywho, it's time for the brand to be better and reflects this growth. Working in partnership with Walmart and the Walmart Creative Studio, JKR has developed this new identity that's people-led, tech-powered, omni-channel evolution. Jargon. But it still makes sense to a level. You know, people-led at least makes sense. And yeah, tech-powered, of course, they're moving much more towards tech. As you can see, I think this is, for some reason, a hat is a very common mock-up for bigger studios. Don't know why, but I've seen a lot of people just PayPal hat, right? Pepsi hat.
I thought you were going to say the hat is a mock-up of choice for smaller solo designers.
I thought
because
so, but
this is it's a
I've
readily available type of mock.
right, but I've seen it in so many big studio like presentations. Here we can see the palette.
Yeah.
It makes sense, more PayPal-ish in a way. Don't you feel adding a yellow would have made sense? Yeah. True, but I was thinking in the main text, doesn't having a yellow make sense? Or they're going only for accents? Because, for example, I don't think we can stop it, but you'll see some lighter blues here. They won't use the lighter blues on the white, right? And on the blue, they will anyways use the yellow accents and the white text. So where will these lighter blues be used? Yeah. And we can backtrack it as well. Like whenever
And it looks like it's the golden ratio.
right, whenever we create something, we can backtrack some reasoning about it. This 60 degrees could have been 42.5, and we could have written it twice, and people would have been like, "Oh, it's an intelligent number or something." It's probably not.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, this one is a good one.
Well, 60 degrees, 360.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
randomly put things together.
Or you can put things randomly together and then figure out the 60 degrees because we actually don't know if it's 60. Should I bring out my protractor or something? Nice. Mhm. So they're using the lighter blue. They're using the darker blue as well on the logo. That makes sense. All right. All right. I give it to them. They've taken care. Yeah, the contrast performs well. Just well. Now very good. And yeah. So Walmart has their own products as well, right? They'll all get refreshed, I think, with this new identity. That'll be good. If they can make products like this. That makes sense. That's true. That's true. Mm.
Of every new brand that we've seen,
It's good. It's good because typography is very. I was speaking to Sarvottam Kulkarni yesterday, and I was speaking to ITF, Indian Type Foundry's founder, and I realized that his LinkedIn picture had a Barcelona image, like image of a random football match clip, and I was like, "Are you a Barcelona fan?" He's like, "Sure, I am," and also that is my typeface on the back of the shirt. So why not? It's just much better for the foundries and gives a very special, very unique touch for the brands as well. Very ownable. It creates a direct distinction if you want to. Because here, I don't think even if it's if I don't know if this one is a custom typeface or not. But if it is, I don't think this is meant for differentiation. This is meant for internal use. They would have so many touch points. Gathering licenses for every use is just a nightmare. So they were probably like, let me just pay 200,000 and own it completely. And that's probably the same idea with Netflix Sans as well, and many brands who use their own typefaces. Yeah, I like this. They're becoming too digital now. Okay, nice. That makes sense. Now the stars. This is good logo design, or rather say logo adaptation. They are able to evolve the logo in various touch points. Do we have viewers, guys? I see 2 concurrent viewers. Is it us? It can't be us, right?
I'm not viewing it.
Okay.
So
Hello. Yeah, if you're viewing us, thank you. Yes.
put your comments below. What are you thinking about the Walmart branding? We're just getting into it now, but it's been about a week. Good enough time for most of people to think about what they want to say about it.
And with this, as we see, I like the laggingness of the animation. It almost, it's like lagging. Everything is like, yeah, see, I like it. Like a little bit of the tension. As you'll see, the logo mark actually comes later. It's like a glow. Yeah, see, it like sparks. It evolves. Interesting. Spark. Yeah. Oh, now it makes sense. Sam Walton's iconic trucker hat. That's where the hat is. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, now I can immediately make sense of it. And I can like picturize an image of him as well. Nice. Different blues. Okay. They are willing to not have the logo in yellow in various iterations. See? I don't know how I feel about that, honestly. Do you think they're over optimizing on the brand identity and the brand strength of the... They're saying can't hear the voice of Gurjinder. Why is it? Can you say something?
Really? Hello?
Let us go and check. C-Key, thanks for joining in, man. We'll just go and check. I'll go check on YouTube, actually. I can hear you. Yeah. Yes, let us know. Let us know your thoughts. And yeah, stick around.
That's right.
So what we were saying was, I don't know how much of a confidence, how much confidence are they putting on this spark? Because it's just the spark, and although it is very much synonymous with Walmart, but that's with the color associated, right? Yeah, it's good now, but mostly the mic was making the noise. Oh, sorry, man. Keep listening, keep enjoying, man, and keep telling us what you think. What you think of the actual amount of change? Are you happy with it? Because a lot of people were saying just the amount of changes are just so minimal. There's literally no change. That's not true,
Yeah,
as we saw it already. But
that's right.
yeah, coming to this
That's right.
point, what do you think? Are they over analyzing and over optimizing their confidence on this spark?
Yeah, I mean that's a great question. It's a mark that's supposed to be a minimalist. It's supposed to be two-dimensional. It's a flat design, right?
Yes.
So when you have a flat design, you have the SVG format of that.
Mhm.
Now, you can take the SVG and recolor it to really whatever you want. We've learned from people like Collins that you can create a brand palette out of literally the entire rainbow, and it works. We've seen it
Yes.
with Dropbox, Spotify, Robinhood, for example. For Walmart, I don't see beyond these different shades of blue and beyond the shade of yellow anything else in terms of colors. So what I can say is that they have kept the color palette compact enough. So wherever this spark is used within these colors, I think it works. I think I can identify the spark as being totally Walmart from far away, and that's enough evidence for me to say it's well optimized.
That's maybe because I don't have enough brand equity towards the company, and that's why maybe
Sure.
I'm not getting it much. But for me, if I see this symbol anywhere else, my mind doesn't catch Walmart until it's in that characteristic yellow and the blue behind. Maybe that's
Yeah.
just me. You guys are doing an
That's
amazing
very
job. Very insightful, objective critique. Thank you so much, man. Siki. Bring all your
That's
friends
very
as well.
nice. Thank
and
you.
and let
Yeah.
us know where you're watching from. Are you a designer? Let us know about you. Join our journey, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Any
We'll move forward
questions
as
you
well.
have, we'll answer
Yes,
it
any
live.
questions?
We'll answer it live right here.
Walmart delivers. Yes, even here. What do you mean, even here? It's not a remote location, brother. There's literally like a world class bridge beside it. Even here. Right? I think so, yeah. It's like even here. Mhm.
Uh,
Interesting.
Island, the one that is closest to me, and maybe one in Brooklyn, if I'm not wrong.
That's
But
actually another
Walmart
thing.
doesn't exist everywhere around in New
Yeah.
York, at least. But they
Oh, no.
deliver.
Mhm.
You see, they deliver. Their stores
Even
are
there.
not there, but they deliver like Amazon.
Order online. Yes, they're optimizing their entire digital footprint a lot. But what's another very interesting point, and if you're Indian viewers watching, you would understand it, and if you're people from outside watching, you would also understand the other half of it, which is here we have Kirana stores. You would know it, right? So it's just small stores, and many of them, plenty of them, just footsteps away. 20 footsteps away, you would have a store. And these can be confectionery stores, these can be grocery stores, these can be medical shops, all of this. But there, as far as I understand, the big stores, there's only majorly bigger stores, and they are almost far away from the city, so people have to drive every time. And that's why when you mentioned it, then it makes sense that literally a Walmart might not be there inside the city. That's interesting.
Yeah. 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 In the same way that you said the Kirana stores, we have, you know,
Convenience stores, yeah. 7-Ups.
delis, and but it's more likely that in at least in New York that you're gonna find some little malls though. And there's also these plazas, which are
Yes.
like huge parking lots with a few stores set up. But we do have malls here. But now Walmart is something that I don't think ever got into New York in that same way. But it does exist very popularly in other states with more open
That makes
environments. Because I think there,
Everything, literally everything.
gained that space. But the e-commerce side, the digital footprint is becoming so much bigger. That's why that blue is so much more
Hmm.
saturated now.
That makes sense. That makes sense. What do you think of the typography? It's pretty thin though.
Yeah, that's true. I like it. I like that it can live on in different weights.
Hmm.
Um, I like it. It has like a geometric
Hmm. Hmm.
luxury side. It's a little too precise in those corners.
Hmm.
That's something that kind of stands out to me as like I have a hard time taking that in.
Hmm. Makes sense. It's almost like a Nohemi, but even more like cluttered is
Yeah,
not the word. Even more cut out, and yeah,
yeah,
it gives off a vibe like that. CK is saying, I love the observation, Brad. The over dynamicity can compromise the brand equity, the renowned Walmart yellow mark and color. Yeah, yeah. Depends on how they're using it. If they'll generally try and over analyze it and over optimize on expanding the entire palette to every touch point, that can be a disaster. But if they're using those things in small touch points in brand marketing campaigns, or as a small thing inside a, like if there's a 15-second ad, they can have 2-3 seconds of that, so that makes sense. That's fine. They can have it in their app. That's fine. But yeah, can't I don't think they can optimize on it. And yeah, here's the sweet illustration inside the store. Hmm. I like this. Nice. A little bit of nostalgia is probably not the word. Retro. Little bit of retro. I mean, for some reason stickers feel retro, even if it's stickers are logically modern as
that's
well,
true.
but for some reason it feels retro, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little bit when you look for this kind of stuff and
Mm-hmm. Hmm. I'll wear this. Hmm. When Siki, tell me, will you ever wear a Walmart hoodie or a jacket? Never did we expect to wear a Walmart jacket.
unless you were working there.
Unless you're working there, yeah. Gurjinder's voice
You
crisp,
know,
clear, and it also breaks mic and make noise. Shit.
okay.
All right. Let's see. I can hear you though.
Yeah.
Let me see. Can you say it again? Tell us, Siki, if it gets better.
Hello.
I've reduced his general gain, so it shouldn't break now.
Yeah.
Previously, it was
It's
going to the
okay.
yellow zone.
Right.
Yeah, now it should be fine. Yeah.
Okay.
What were you saying?
So I was saying that the very best jacket that I've ever seen from a brand is actually from Tide. So if you were to
Right.
open up a tab on the side, you'll
Yes.
find Tide laundry detergent, and they have the best designed jacket.
Is it? I thought it's Harley Davidson or something. I can't write laundry detergent jacket. Where is it? Where is it? These ones? Oh shit. Help me find this tight jacket hoodie r/fashion. Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you didn't tell me what
It's a
is
lovely
it, I wouldn't
jacket,
know.
definitely. And this is
True,
this is
true.
something that you would want to wear.
If we're
Yeah,
on this,
that's true. You wouldn't know the
let's
brand by
talk
itself, at
about
least.
the daddies of jackets.
Yeah.
Have to be the daddies, right?
Yep.
Nothing more daddy
Yep.
than a Harley Davidson jacket.
That's right.
Or we can go for something
Oh,
Indian. Do they have it? Do they have it? Yes, they have it. As you can see,
okay.
very cool. I think
Nice.
Royal Enfield now has more sales in some countries where Harley Davidson previously was the leader. So that's crazy.
Right.
Shout out to them. And sponsor us if you would want to. And we move
Yeah.
on.
We'll maybe send your jackets and we'll do like a
Love it.
review of the jackets.
I love the use of the blue. It's like a, I don't know what to call it, like a glow or like a trace back something. I don't know what to call it.
Yeah, it's
Sometimes,
a
yeah,
drop shadow, but it's actually
more
happening in the
drop shadow.
reverse where the
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. It's like a rocket emission in a way. So there's yellow. So there's white, yellow, red, orange, black. Opposite drop
yeah,
shadow,
yeah,
and yeah, they're using red as well, which is I think new in a way in their palette. Using red in some
yeah,
places.
yeah.
Mm. I like it. I like it. If you can expand the palette without diluting it, why not? JKR has been doing superb work for quite some time now. They're getting lots of work. Shout out to them. The stickers also add to the soft image of the brand and personalization of the customers. True, true. Helps customers to own the brand more. Absolutely. As I told you, right, Siki, I would wear something like this. And someone who doesn't know what Walmart is, they'll probably think it's some brand. They wouldn't have a clue. It's not
Yeah.
departmental store-ish at all. Yeah, small stickers, the trucker hat, hablo español, very personalized. That makes sense. Yeah, interesting. And so another thing is, if we'll take a look at just, I'll put Walmart rebrand. Firstly, it's not a rebrand. Honestly, it's a refresh. But still, if we'll go to news, let's see. It's dividing the internet. Why is it dividing the internet, Gurjinder? Tell me.
Well, it's the
Yes. You'll instantly see a difference. A Reader's Digest and a Design Rush are Designer Rush, very different title. Brand refresh in 17 years to connect with modern consumers. One line, simple explainer, and it's Design Rush has completely just made us understand it in one line. Reader's Digest is like dividing the internet. Here's why. Rush reinforces bigger digital ambitions. Let's open some of it. Forbes, making the internet mad. Let's go. Shout out to you, Forbes. Yes. Why? Why? Why is it that people are mad? Mad is an interesting word. Advertisement. Palo Alto.
I'm mad at
Too
that
big.
ad.
Too
That's
big.
too
Can't
big.
even skip it. Okay.
It just doesn't stop. Oh no.
Ads everywhere. Carts in the parking lot at a Walmart store. Sure. Okay. So this is how Morning Brew put it, and that's not a good way to put it. Sure. And this is the image. Siki, if you're watching, I'm sure you would have seen a similar image floating on the internet, Gurjinder, as well, right? That
Yeah,
a before and an after. And so many people
that's
have
right.
never gone to the JKR website at all. They don't even know it's done by in collaboration of Walmart with JKR, and the entire thing is presented there with the logic. Yeah, why
That's
did
right.
Walmart release a new logo? It's not new logo apparently. Walmart updated its logo for the first time in 20 years. Don't even have a joke to make, but apparently the yellow spark is now separate from the word Walmart, which kinda makes sense as part of its digital push. The yellow spark is the logo on the app icon. Yeah. Previously it was like this, right? Where is it? Like this. Save money, lives better, live better. Yeah. They're improving as a brand basically. Hmm. I don't think so. I don't think so. Hmm. Majorly. They're either gonna use Walmart or gonna use this little sign, the icon. Yeah.
The icon by itself. Oh,
Yeah.
that's an interesting.
Not really, but here, as you can see, this can be the what's the word, like the signage, and also which is where why I think they have tightened up the word mark, because now they can just make it even bigger. Because I don't see a lockup anywhere. Let me know if you find it. See, even here, Walmart, very big, and a little logo there, very separate. I don't see a lockup anywhere. There's no word mark here. See, just an icon. Any lockups?
Yeah.
No. Let's see. Nope. Nope. See, there's no Walmart here. Yes, Walmart delivers. The text is there, but no word mark. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I've seen this somewhere. Yeah, not even in a sticker. I just remembered I have used this blue pattern myself. Yeah. Come on, JKR, don't copy from me. Don't copy from my Google Drive. Come on. Why would you do that? Yes. So this is how it is, right? Mm-hmm.
Any lockup where they're put together. So that is something
Mm-hmm.
that changes a little bit of this for me. I think I'm
Mm.
going to miss that more now,
Makes sense.
because it just worked really well. They just spoke to each other. They became kind of two in one, and it
It's
was a
also on the right
partnership,
side. Mm.
and it's gone.
The
Yeah,
logo type is also on the right side, which is something that's not common. And maybe that's why they were like, we'll just go for the entire digital push, separate the word mark and the logo, which is something PayPal has done as well, right? In 2024, the we
yeah,
checked out that refresh. PayPal came out with a word
that's
mark
right.
where they'll be using the word mark specifically in places, and where there needs to be an icon, they'll use the icon. So it's a similar thing. Yeah, I don't know how I feel. I feel good about it. Depends on how they're able to implement it. Because right now, if you're looking at this, this looks very harmonious, as you mentioned, right? It just went together.
Right,
But now they
right.
have tightened up the word mark as well, and they'll, just increase the size of it on the signages. So this is how it was at one point in time. Hmm. Yeah. Walmart. Yeah. Thankfully, they changed to this.
Yeah. The icon went from
Mm-hmm.
being right dang in the
Mm-hmm.
center to being on the right side to now not,
Separation.
being completely
Yeah.
apart,
Call this a separation.
completely separated.
McDonald's Walmart. Huh. Am I looking
Yeah.
at it right? It is a McDonald's Walmart, right?
Yeah, we used to have McDonald's inside of Walmarts. So that's how big the Walmart stores have been. That you actually need a restaurant in there because it's so big, it gets tiring.
Also, very interesting blue.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm. Very dark, very pre LinkedIn blue. That's what I call it.
yeah. That's right. Very corporate, and then it
Yeah.
started becoming more consumer friendly, right?
Yeah, see? That makes sense.
Yeah,
So this won't be
using kind of brighter
the
colors, warmer colors.
the new future will just be this
Yeah,
or this.
yeah. That's right. Take
Interesting.
which one you
Interesting.
like.
Honestly, I like the word mark outside, and everywhere inside the store, just fill it up with the little marks, the icon, right? And use the lighter text font for every body copy. So, firstly, shout out to this man,
Yeah,
Trung.
yeah,
I remember liking a lot of his tweets earlier. Trung Fan.
yeah.
Interesting observation there, buddy.
It's the first one to call it out.
Mhm. What does the internet think about the logo mark? Walmart redid their logo. This is the before and after. I can't believe someone got paid for this. Yeah, I'm sure you're not among that someone who you can believe it. That makes
Yeah.
sense. And this is where it gets interesting because I don't think. Who's this guy? Who's the man? Fact checking public health and media. Check your work Substack.
Okay.
Fuck it. Something random. So, yeah. That's the thing. News reaches to random people, you get random information.
That's
Siki
right.
saying something.
No, but
I
but
feel they would
he's
be more
he's calling
focused.
something out.
Mhm. I feel they would be more focused on the mark for future. Also, would be missing the old word mark. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, the new word mark is a bit agitating. Why, brother? Tell me. Let us know why is it agitating for you specifically the word mark. Because
Yeah,
for me,
what
the word
about
mark
it
works.
is
Yeah. What about it? Yeah. Interesting. Walmart has rebranded their logo. So that's the thing. If you'll actually not have an understanding of a logo not being a separate, just one logo, if you have the understanding of how branding works, it
yeah,
makes sense to you that they wouldn't pay millions of dollars
yeah,
for a logo. So when people talk about
yeah,
Tropicana losing, $65 million on packaging, it's not that the designer took. It's not that I think it was done by. I'm forgetting the name. Some agency. It's not that they took 65 million. It took 65 million to actually change up the packaging. They have to tell the retailers all the new packaging, all the new shelves everywhere, and then people didn't like it. Then they had to take it back and revert to the previous packaging. That costed 65 million. It's not that the
That's
designer
right.
took 65 million and went away to Saudi Arabia. That's not what happened.
That's
Similarly,
right.
with Gap, as we know, $250 million loss. Arnold didn't get 250 million. He probably got 2 million. And yeah, that's his enjoyment. But he messed it up. And that costed Gap 250 mil. And yeah, for people watching, why don't we just show them? I'm getting a lot of background noise, I think, from your side. That's fine. Yeah, this shit. Gap to becoming a Gap bank.
Not even a bank. It just feels like a really bad like
Something.
corporate
It
brand.
can be literally anything corporate. On the other hand, okay, so people are like, okay, see, but Netflix's didn't fail, whereas Gaps failed, right? So I'll tell you why. It's very simple for people who are not able to understand this. Netflix went from old feeling, retro feeling, old feeling to new, modern. People were like, cool. They went from elegant and sleek to
Good job.
different industry. It's not new age versus modern age. It's the same age. Both are
Completely
modern,
gone.
but sleek and modern to corporate
Yeah.
and modern.
Yeah.
Come on, people. This should be very
This
simple.
is where taste is very important. If you lack
A little teaser, guys. Yesterday, I recorded a podcast with one person for 3 hours. 3 hours, one podcast. And we talked about taste there.
mega session, no bathroom break.
No, once. Yeah. We talked about taste and the understanding of
Yeah.
the actual business value of design. And
Yeah.
it'll be a fun podcast. Yes. See, they had to literally change things up in a matter of months. Pepsi, on the other hand, I liked this. For some reason, this just. I like this. This was the logic behind it. The face showing the teeth. But yeah, it was good. It was honestly pretty good. The way they had executed it was pretty good. It is what it is. That's not our point. Leeds United. Wait, what? That was that they tried to go with this from this to this. See, Gurjinder, you're not a football fan, but even you would tell me this is shit.
Yeah, I think it has some kind of I don't know. It could be like that sign as well is not
It's like a
appropriate.
clip art.
So there could be some underlying meanings that yeah, it's like a clip art. I mean, having that printed on a jersey, it looks very
Yeah,
ugly.
and we're talking about a football club that's existed for like 70, 80 years or more probably. It's
Yeah.
a very old club.
Yeah.
Same here, sci-fi with SYFY. See, this is we just steered away from our conversation, but why not? We are live, so enjoy this as well, which is understanding where your logo rests in the market.
That's right.
This logo, the sci-fi logo, originally looks pretty good. What they could have changed was how sharp the imagery was. Maybe it wouldn't have translated well in smaller touch points. So they could have changed up that part. Maybe could have changed up the typography a bit. Maybe made a bit bolder. Changed up the lockup maybe, so like a bigger text and a smaller like planet. So like this. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Something or even side by side
Yeah.
makes sense. But if you
Yeah.
go for the entirely different Tide detergent side, that makes it difficult. Yeah.
That's right. No, we started to see that movement towards simplism, right?
Uh-huh.
Minimalism.
Mm. Hmm. Yeah.
Those. Um,
Right. I don't think so. Yeah.
from gap
Makes
to
sense.
crap.
I'm a very big fan of Dieter Rams. Johnny Ive was inspired by him. Dieter Rams is
That's
the
right.
OG. He's the father of the product design. He, I think, invented the calculated design, which is still considered one of the most complete design. You can't improve on it. It's so good. And
Yeah.
yeah, so he always talked about taking things out from design.
Yeah.
Vishnu Pandit, shout out to you,
Removing.
brother. He's a friend. Some issue with Gurjinder's voice. What is it about Gurjinder's
There
voice?
still is.
Let me check. My light is on the delivery path, by the way. It'll arrive in any time. So that'll be great. I can just go live anytime. But I'll just go and check first. I can hear you on the live.
Yeah, I think I heard myself too. So I don't know what exactly it is. Maybe it's little things that are standing out.
Sometimes we hear noise only. Now it is fine. Alright, brother.
Okay.
It feels a bit rigid. One old one felt more soft, humble enough. Makes sense. I feel the old mark works with new word mark more cohesively and vice versa.
Yeah.
Siki, you were making a good point, but yeah, I mean, you're right. The thing is, when they were going, I don't know what they were logically thinking about, but still, to give a sense, would be that in the previous word mark there was a lot of space, and in the previous logo type there was a lot of space, so it worked. Whatever, so it worked. Versus if they are tightening up the word mark so that they can, just enlarge it on signages and everything because they'll be using it separately. So they were like, okay, the logo type has to be more tight as well. So the lines are now thicker. The spark is now more, as you mentioned, more sparks. When we say sparks, we think of lighter lines, very light, very thin, sleek.
Yes.
Versus now it's
Sure.
like sun rays. It's almost like sun rays. So it makes sense.
Right.
That makes sense. But what Siki
Right.
is saying, using the previous word mark with the latest logo, could have been a disbalance. Could have been. I'm sure they
Yeah,
tried it out and
it would have
it
been.
didn't work, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I think what works is that they've become heavier in weight, both the
Mhm.
font and the spark itself. But now, why is that? Right? We can go on along and say like which one looks like visually better, which one looks prettier. But the reason is now we're focusing more on the digital first side. So on digital first means we have smaller.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm.
About looks and looking pretty. It's a psychological play, which goes back to again.
Mm-hmm. Yes. They're saying they can't hear you. Gurjinder,
They can't hear me at all now.
what the fuck? दोस्तों, stick around दोस्तों. हम अच्छे दिन लाएंगे. आप रुकिए ज़रा, हम अच्छे दिन लाते हैं. Yeah, they're right. They're right. Vishnu, you're right, brother. They were not able to hear you. And I don't know what's the logical issue is. Yeah, your
Okay.
audio is just cutting off
Really?
in between. We'll fix
I
it, guys.
see.
Just a second.
Maybe it's my internet.
Is it? No,
Maybe.
it can't because the voice, your face is moving, the lips are moving, the audio is
Okay.
not there. It's
Okay.
clipping for some reason.
I see. I see. Well, I've just made a little change. I brought the mic closer to my face.
All right. Yes. Vishnu, let me know if it gets better. Hopefully it gets better. So yeah, they're saying that, sometimes it's just not working. Other times it's fine. I think it's a microphone,
Yeah.
internet, whatever. Whatever, guys, whatever. We move forward.
Yeah.
And for that,
Little things. Little things.
for that, how can we end a live without talking about what the public, what the world wants? And what the world wants is on Reddit. So we'll directly go and check Walmart Reddit. Didn't know that was a thing.
Yes. Well,
Let's
of
go.
course.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
R
stories
slash
to tell here.
r/Walmart. Walmart just changed their logo after 17 years. Let's see what 28 comments are saying. All right. We won't say that. We won't do that. I wish I could have got paid as much as whoever made that logo. See, do needle worker, I don't think you will be paid that much because you're on Reddit. You just have to email them and you will. Just that's the difference.
Yeah. You have to work very hard for 20 years and make a name for your agency and then start
Yes.
$1 million plus for small logo changes.
They're saying
Takes
when
20
you're
years.
speaking continuously, that's when sometimes it's cutting off.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. Yeah, now it's fine though on the live. But yeah, that makes sense.
All right. All right.
It is so that it is what? It is so they can say they. I'm not able to. It is so
So it's so they
they
can
can
say
so
that they did something.
did something.
They
Graphic
actually did
designer had a
something.
contract to make it. Graphic designer had a contract to make it or leave probably. Lol. Yeah, just say something dumb and add a lol to it, guys. You will look normal.
Yeah. Sure. Sure.
Is that the
Are you
new
trying
one
to
or the
say
old?
that they actually went overboard? That if they wanted to say that, hey, I actually did something, they would have done the opposite. They would have changed it to a star,
Right.
an actual star, and say, look, I actually changed something. Now you can pay me. But that's not what they did.
Yeah, see, and this will tell you the general level of intelligence on Reddit, which is they spent millions of dollars, paid hundreds of thousands to the people who made this happen. Remember that while you continue making 14 an hour, while
Yeah.
we keep the entire company running. So, brother, you make 14 an hour by doing this. By doing this, you make $14 an hour. If you can make executive decisions, you will be paid 14 million a year. It's very simple.
Yeah.
It's a risk
Yeah.
reward thing.
Very
More risk
simple.
we were taking.
And you have to get there, right? It's the harsh truth. If you don't like where you are, then think about the steps you can take to where you want to be. Like, I already know this. A lot of these people who are working at Walmart, at Target, at all these big box stores, maybe as cashiers,
Mhm.
that job is going to go out
Easily.
eventually, right? So then you need to upskill in other ways. So try to
Mhm.
figure out how you want to change things in your life. I mean, we
Yes.
can sit here and blame $1 billion corporation all we want, but we're just here talking about design. We don't want to get into politics, but
Yeah.
that is a part of it. If you
Mhm.
want to upskill, and
Yeah.
live a better
Even
life for
without
yourself.
politics for that matter, just from an entrepreneurial perspective, it's a very simple risk reward thing. So, for example, and this is not to villainize the guy, this is just to give a perspective that's lacking for the people outside the industry, which is if someone is getting paid thousands of dollars, why do you think they're getting paid that? It's not because of any other reason other than the fact that the thousands of dollars help in de-risking that choice. When you give when you give JKR some thousands of dollars, they are making sure that they come up with something that solves the business purpose, solves the business strategy, enables the entire Walmart team to actually execute on a new strategy, and make sure that people are happy with it. Doing all that takes money. Simple. Very simple, honestly. It literally looks the same. They bolded the font. Wow, lol.
Wow.
Wow and
They-
lol.
Well, they also created a whole new font just for Walmart, and I don't know how much that cost. That had a big price tag. That had a lot of labor put into it because you have to design every single letter in every single different weight, along with all the crazy characters
Right.
like exclamation points and
What
stars and
percentage of people do you think
colons.
actually understand that there exists something called as a brand guidelines?
Yeah,
Very few.
very few.
All
Because
that
they've
money
only seen the
wasted,
logo.
all that money wasted that could have gone to the employees. Hurts my vena cava.
The classic,
The classic.
classic argument.
Brother, the person who wrote it, Silver Researcher 145. Please don't waste your time on the internet. Give that money to the poor. The $10, $15, whatever dollars that you spend on internet, buy bread and butter, put the butter in the bread, give it to the homeless people. Why are
Yeah.
you on the internet? Right? We can all help in
Well,
certain ways. Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you the solution here, right? It's
Yeah.
like you said, it's why not just pay the, pay people who
Pay the
don't have
employees.
money?
Mm-hmm.
Why not instead give them the situation where they can start earning a living for themselves? And that too, do that well, right? So you teach the fishermen how to fish, not give them all your fish.
That's too
So
much
the
for
thing
Reddit.
here is too much for Reddit. But the thing here is, okay, Walmart is rebranding. Now they're
Mm-hmm.
setting themselves up to do even better business because they have a stronger brand in the digital first environment. That means their business goes up. That means they can hire more people. Isn't that not good for the worker level?
Might be the Mandela effect, but I'm pretty sure this has always been the logo. Yes, brother, this was the logo. We
Yes,
changed it.
it has.
It's a refresh.
That was the point. That was
He
the
was getting
point.
deja vu.
So we break your mind and we don't break your memory, and we say yes, same logo.
This is a critique that a lot of people are saying that if most people wouldn't have noticed if they hadn't said anything. Not true. Because it's not just the logo changing up, their entire branding is changing. Their social media will change, the packaging, in store, in housing, signages, luggages, everything. So, yeah, that's people, and that's us giving our critique on Walmart. Thank you so much for watching, for listening to this. Hope you guys learned something, enjoyed it, and we'll go live continuously, consistently, and we'll do more fun stuff, very much fun stuff on the way. So just stick around and tell us what would interest you, anything that you would want to, yap around with us, anything that comes to mind.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
tell us, let us know.
Live questions, live
Yes.
Q&A, live just,
Anything.
venting out. We're here
Yes.
for it.
We're here for it. Shout out to Siki for joining in. Shout out to my brother Vishnu for joining in. And yeah, with that, we end.